Hey everybody, it's Amy from Magic and Light Collection. You can find all of our products at www.magicandlightcollection.com. So today I have an image of my dog, and I realized that recently I really haven't been giving you guys personal images of mine, and that's because I haven't had the opportunity where I live to really take pictures. Which is incredibly disappointing. However, sometimes I get some good ones. And so this is Copper, my 14-year-old Cocker Spaniel. And in thinking about processing this image, I really wanted to think about finding where the light is coming from. And in a couple months ago, in a blog post, I told you guys that I spent about a year just trying to identify the light. And I think it's important to take some time as a photographer to really hone in on some skills like finding the light. This year, I'm really focusing on perspective, and so I'm hoping to share some of that with you guys. In this case, I was really looking at the light coming from the right side of his face, and then underexposing just a little bit so that the light stands out. So what I want to do today is just show you guys how I'm going to edit this image using the Absence collection, which can be found on the website. And this is a comprehensive set of black and white actions and a couple overlays for you guys that will give your images any number of effects. You can do classic black and white, or you can see here, this is the whole set. There's a number of bases, tints, vignettes, finishes like mattes, and then some basic workflow actions. Today I want to use the drama base to edit this image, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to accomplish that. If you are not sure how to use layer masks, we also have a video in the video library on the website on how to use layer masks. So if I breeze right over that for you guys, then just go and check out that video. In the interest of saving time, I'm just going to go through this so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to click Drama Base and press play. You'll see it goes through the layers. Now, actions play differently on every image, so this isn't perfect. It's going to take some working through the layers. The first thing I'm going to do is turn off the sharpening layer here. I'm going to go through and turn off the vignette because I think we don't need that. I'm going to turn off a couple of these so that I can keep working. Okay. What I'm going to use first is Brush on Darkness. And the reason I'm going to do this is because this background is fairly distracting. I really want this image to be dramatic. So I'm going to darken the background by just brushing on. Again, check out our videos on how to use layer masks. And I'm going to just selectively darken back here. Now, make sure that you overlap a little bit on the subject to prevent the halo effect, which I'll show you in just a second. Okay. So I kind of just want to get in there with a lower opacity brush. Try to remove a little bit of that halo effect. If you ever want to see where you have been brushing, go ahead and press the / key, and this is the area that I've brushed. So I can see if I've overlapped and kind of what I've done. Press it again to take it off. And let me just, what I want to do here is duplicate this layer. Right click, duplicate layer. Okay. It wasn't quite enough, so I'm just want it to be a little bit darker. Just turn it up a little. Okay, so I've gone over a little bit right here. I'm just going to switch out for a black brush and hit this. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. So the next thing I'm going to do is start clicking on some of the layers that I clicked off, which is extra contrast, which is going to be a lot. I'll just need to turn that down. really low. And I might take some of it off of right here. Here. Maybe here. Okay, so looking back through the layers, I think I'm going to discard the vignette because this is a fairly dark image. So I'm going to delete it and just keep going down. This is the conversion layer. This is a center weighted light if you have a center weighted subject, which definitely helps out in this image. Exposure boost. That works out pretty well. I'm going to discard the sharpening layer. Okay. All right, so the next thing that I want to do is go down to the finishes, and I'm going to choose Heavy Matte Finish and press play. Okay, so this gives you two layers, the Heavy Matte layer and the Add Contrast layer. Keep in mind with all of our actions, they're completely editable, so you can take this Heavy Matte layer and drag it up, which is what I want to do. You can see you have a matte finish, obviously, but if you drag it up above the contrast, it gives you a little heavier matte. So I'm just going to check and see what this contrast is doing, and that looks pretty good. And I may turn up this brush on darkness. So the next thing that I want to do is use the movable haze actions that we just released a couple weeks ago from the Spring 4 set. This is a $5 5 for 5 Friday set, and you can find those on the website. I'm going to choose movable haze and press play. It's going to play through a bunch of colors. I know that I want to use silver, so I'm going to delete the other colors. Then I'm going to drag silver up, click on the layer mask. I'm going to choose a low opacity brush on this, 20%. I'm going to make it really big. Click once. Oops, okay. I clicked once, and then what I'm going to do is gradually make the brush smaller and click again. And this is going to give us a little bit of directional light. Okay. So I'm just going to check that everything is centered here by using the crop tool and clicking to show the grid. It's a tiny bit off center, so I'm going to drag this side over. Okay. Okay, so I want to show you guys the before and the after. That's where we started. That's where we're ending up now. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. You can find all of our products, including the Absence Collection and the 5 for 5 set, at www.magicandlightcollection.com.